Is it possible to create the life of your dream? Is it possible to have it all according to what you want? You go to bed every night and you feel like you work so hard and you don't see really the result of what you want and everything you work for, and you look around and you see other people less potential than you and more success. This is what we're going to talk today. After 30 years helping people discover the science to activate heaven on earth in your life, and you're going to discover the Limitless Interface System, how to do it, then you're not just called to stay aside and not living the life that your heart desires, but to activate heaven in your life with the science supporting that you can see the result you want and you're called to live. Then stay with me. This is what we're going to talk today, and we're going to study this Limitless Interface System to change all your life by the psycho, the neuro, and the spiritual, and the right action to see the change in your life. I'm Dr. Martine Wilkie, and since 30 years, I'm helping people to succeed their life. This is my call. This is what I have in my heart since I was 5 years old. I was looking at people and say, what can I do to help people? I started to study in social worker. I work with the Alzheimer's Society. I work with women abuse. I work with all kind of situation like a social worker. I felt like it was just limited to help the people. And I continued to study in psycho. And after that, I became pastor for 20 years because I knew that we are a being spirit with a natural experience here, and to synergize all our being spirit with our soul and our body with this physical experience, and how to work and to synergize all of that together to have the real success in our life. Because like just a psycho and social worker and all of that, you work with one dimension, one aspect. And after that, the spiritual side, usually they work with this side, the spiritual side, and the neuro. And with all my study, I synergize all this knowledge together to bring this system, to bring the Limitless Interface System, to bring the result in your life. Is it possible to activate heaven in your life? Is it possible to live a life of your dream? I can tell you, with my own life and all my clients, when you apply the right system, you start to see the result. You know, the science proved what I'm explaining right now. The science proved that you have your brain and you have your spirit, you have your soul. More and more now, the science proved that you have more than just a body. You're more than just physical, with all the proof, with all the study, with all the data. And I want to explain to you this fourth dimension to manifest heaven in your life. You know, the fourth dimension, first of all, you have the psycho. In my system, you have the psycho because everything you believe, you're going to produce. In life, you don't have what you want. You have according to what you believe. What you believe is going to create the focus. And if you focus on lack, you're going to create more lack. And this is what the majority of people with their belief system, according to what you believe, according to what you see, you're going to manifest in your life. You're going to create in your life. Because where you put your eyes, your feet will follow. When you drive your car, it's science. When you drive your car, where you put your eyes, your car will go. You don't look behind all the time, just sometime to learn, to grow, but you don't keep your eyes behind. You put your eyes in front of you to go where you want to go. And this is in psycho. You have to understand that all you believe, all your soul, what you see, what you believe, what you feel, you're going to create it in your life. You know, if you believe something very strongly, you're going to put your action, you're going to start to make your decision according to what you believe. Now you have to understand that your psycho have all your belief system. And a lot of stuff that you receive in your belief system is not according to what you want. And if you want to create heaven in your life, abundance, overflow, wealth, riches, you need to understand that your belief system receive a lot of information since your childhood. And now the epigenetic science prove in your neuro side that from generation you receive also the memory of generation in your blood. Then in the neuro side, you have also the memory of generation that now it's proven by many experience in science, then you receive a lot of information from your generation before, their anxiety, their fear, the way they were seeing things, what they experienced. The University Emory make this study. They make a test with this mouse. They started to put electricity shock on this mouse. And when they started to electrocute every time the mouse was smelling the cherry flower, boom, electricity shock. Again and again and again. And what happened? By repetition, the mouse started to experience trauma and be afraid. Then now they didn't have to electrocute the mouse. They just have to bring the cherry flower. Just by the smelling on the flower, the mouse started to just react. That's fair. That's fair. That's normal. You experience a trauma by repetition, then you're going to start to react, of course. But what is very interesting, that proof the epigenetic science is many years now, then the mouse had baby. Baby never experienced the same trauma. The babies never experienced the same experience. And they were bring the cherry flower, and the little baby started to react like the parent. Okay, what happened? And then the babies had also baby. And for 4 generations, the same paradigm pattern happened. The same memory of the trauma was transferred generation to generation. Maybe you don't know your parents or grandparents, but you are dealing with the memory of the generation. You're dealing with some fear, past trauma, past experience, anxiety, the memory of generation. Then the science to activate heaven in your life, you need to understand then everything in life is ready for you, for your abundance, for your success. You were not created to be a failure. I'm going to repeat that again. You were not created to fail this life. You were created to change the story of your bloodline. You're created to fulfill the reason of your existence here and to succeed it. You're created to discover why you're here, what you're called to do, and to do what you have to do, and to succeed the real life that you were created for. Nothing is more powerful and successful to do the real life that you were created for and to succeed this life. But you face some resistances that come from your own life, but from generation. And it's not stronger than you. You are much more powerful than what you think. You're much more powerful than what you faced in life. And this is why you have to take back your power. You have to realize with your psycho, your neuro, the spiritual, and the action you have to do to take back and to create heaven in your life, to create what your heart desires in your life. You can change your life in 7 days. God created the earth in 7 days. You're created the image of God. And you can create the life of your dream with the 7-day cycle creation. How can you control a year if you cannot control 7 days? This is why I created this training, 7-day cycle creation. You have a checklist for every day what to do. 7 days you take control. If you take control over 7 days, again and again, you're going to take control over your year, and you're going to build the life of your dream. You're going to see your life be limitless and to go to another level again and again and again. This 7-day cycle creation, it's a powerful training, simple, fast result with the structure you need to take control over 7 days. Every day, you have some homework to do. You have your visualization, you have your affirmation, you have the video teaching, plus you have bonuses to help you to understand all the principles. You apply this 7-day cycle creation training, and you're going to see your life will change. You're not going to regret. This powerful training will get the result you work for so long, you hope for so long, you desire for so long. It's your time, it's your season. Take this amazing opportunity to create the life of your dream by applying the same principle. How God created the earth, you apply the same principle to create the life of your dream, and you're going to see it's working. Get this training right now. Click on the link below, and you will be so blessed, and you're going to see your life will change. When you apply this principle and you start to work on your belief system, because in your belief system, you receive a lot of information from the bloodline and also your own experience and where you come from. And where you come from, it was so by repetition in your subconscious mind. You see, you have your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and your unconscious mind. Your conscious mind is listening to me right now, and you say, yes, I want to activate heaven on earth. I want to know how to do it. I believe that I'm worthy to have more than what I have right now. I deserve to be successful. I work so hard to be successful. I'm already successful, but I took a next step, and now I feel like all resistances is trying to keep me in the same loop, same cycle, same paradigm, same pattern, and all kind of situation is happening in my life because you are a being spirit having an experience here, and you have your psycho, your neuro, the spiritual, and the body, and you need to work with this 4 dimension. If you don't do that, you're going to work in one area and not the other, and you're going to be stuck at the same place. Your conscious mind say, I want to learn. I want to know I'm worthy to have more. I want to know how to do it. But your subconscious mind that receive a lot of information since generation and in your life, that maybe your conscious mind say, no, this is not the true what I receive. This is not what I want. But your subconscious mind is programmed by the repetition and by the memory of generation. It's your hard disk. It's just an autopilot. What we injected in that is just reproducing without thinking about it. 95% of the result in your life come from your subconscious mind. And this is what is happening maybe in your family. Your parents was doctor or professional or whatever, but they succeeded at a certain level. Now you are successful, but you want to go higher. Then you face the same struggle that some people, they're lower, but they want to go higher. You want to go higher, you need to enforce your belief system in your subconscious mind that control your life at 95% by the repetition of what you hear right now in your conscious mind, and to force your subconscious mind to be reprogrammed according to the truth of where you're going and what you believe that you're worthy and you deserve. Now, maybe you have struggled about that too. Maybe you start to doubt about yourself. Say, maybe I was not, called to do that. Because this is, again, the hard disk in your interface that is resisting the change that you want. You are the connection between heaven, where is abundance, where is overflow, where is peace, joy, love, success, wealth. You are the connection between heaven and earth. And what you manifest on earth, it's come from your interface, who you are, your soul. You prosper like your soul prosper. Your soul has your psycho. Your soul has the neuro. The soul has the spiritual aspect too. And if you don't connect the dot together with the psycho, the neuro, and the spiritual, you're going to recreate the same pattern because your interface limits heaven to come in your life and to give you what you desire. The epigenetic proof then after, you take another step, you are 40 years old. And in your family, I call that the zikaron, the memory of generation. It's a Hebrew word that means the memory of generation. At the same age, they have this kind of challenge, or this kind of symptoms, or this kind of reaction, this paradigm. A paradigm is invisible. It's like an invisible wall, but it's just recreating it again and again. And now at the same age at 40, you didn't have the problem at 30 or 35, but now at 40, boom, this problem. Then what is happening? It's just the same paradigm from the generation, try to recreate the same pattern at 40 years old. And after that, you can have different moments in your life, same kind, or this kind of, you take, all your family was successful professionally, but when they were trying to start a business, not successful. Listen, a lot of people, they're successful in some area, but in their family, they have already opened the portal, and the interface was able to bring from heaven to earth this result, and you receive it without knowing, and you have some success easier in your life. Some of the other aspect, you don't. Let me give you an example. Justin Bieber, a lot of people say, oh, because he started to be well known when he was very young, and this is why he has addiction, with drugs or depression and all this stuff, because he was very famous, very young, and this is what, happened in his life. That's not the truth. It is the same paradigm from the family, the generation in his blood, the memory of generation, the voices speak in his blood to repeat the same pattern that is in his family. He had depression pattern, addiction pattern, dad, mom's family, and same pattern in his life. They were not famous. They were not well known when they were young, but they had this problem. Justin Bieber, no matter how you can be successful, maybe you're very successful in your business, but same pattern in your relationship or addiction, or maybe you're very successful in your health, but your business doesn't work. And you look at other people and say, what is going on? You need to activate heaven in your life. It's science. You understand, first of all, that your soul, you're the interface, you're the connection between the two. And if your soul has some code that is miscoded from heaven, you're not going to be able to bring it in your life. Then your psycho need to be reprogrammed in your subconscious mind that control 95% of the result with your belief system, the way you see, the way you perceive, the way you feel, the way you see things, and you focus and you do things to change, because your conscious mind will force your subconscious mind. You need to be aware of changing to force your subconscious mind to change. Now, I don't have time to go so deeper on that. In the next video, I'm going to talk more about how to do it, but you have first to understand this principle. Secondly, the neuro with the epigenetic, you have to understand that you have voices in your blood from the generation, from trauma, experience, pattern, reaction, feeling that you receive, and your brain with the RS, the brain is just gonna, the way it's programmed and the way you receive information will put the focus on what is important and what you retain, and what is gonna happen is gonna recreate, the situation and everything, you to react away to recreate the same reaction again and again. If you don't change the focus and you don't force your brain to reprogram with the right focus that you want to sustain this information, to create this information, your brain is just going to react the same way. You can rewire your brain, and you can change your way of thinking in your brain by the reaction, by forcing and be aware that you have control over your brain, and you can rewire your brain according to what you want. You can work on it, and you're going to see the change. And this is how you can say this is heaven on earth. The third thing, spiritually, you are being spirit, and spiritually, you have more activity in the spiritual realm. You have spiritual love success. It's like the law of gravity. You don't see it, but it's working. You have spiritual love success, the love vision, the love imagination, the love your words, decree, confession, the love feeling, the law of discipline, the law of habit, the law of paradigm. All these laws, the law of assumption, the law of recodage, the law of all kind of law. Then if you learn how to work with the spiritual law, like the law of gravity, you don't see, you're going to start to have more success, because you need this part to affect these other parts too. And you're going to start to do the four things too. In my limitless system is the action, because faith without action is dead. You're going to start to take action opposed to what is going on in your life that try to keep you in the same place. And the right action, massive action. And you're going to start to provoke your miracle, provoke the result you want. And you're going to see, mix, synergize all that, the invisible, 80%, with the visible, 20% together, and you're going to start to see that heaven is real. It's going to be manifesting in your life. You're going to start to see the result. You're going to work less, have more result, and you're going to start to enjoy more your life, because you're not created to stay at the same place. What makes a man or a woman happy is progress. And when you start to see the progress, it's just, wow, let's go, let's push, let's continue. Because all your beings, psycho, neuro, spiritual, and body will react to all the change you do where? In your interface, who you are. And if you change the filter and you change your code according to the code of heaven, you're going to start to manifest heaven. I bless you. Hope you were blessed today, like I was blessed to share this teaching with you. And I'm going to see you in the next video. We're going to go deeper how to apply this principle in your life. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe right now to stay connected, because my goal, my mission is to help you to succeed your mission, your call, and to go progress to progress and change the story of your life and change the story of your bloodline. I bless you.